You think your AR-15 is the king of the range. Today we're testing that assumption with 5 old-school budget-friendly surplus rifles that can embarrass your modern AR in ways you never expected. Wooden stocks, steel receivers, decades of real military service behind every one of them. We're counting them down from 5 to 1, ranked on reliability, raw power, long-range accuracy, and price. By the end of this video, even the most dedicated AR owner might have to admit there's a new old sheriff in town. Andrew here. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button so you don't miss the next one.
This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, not legal or safety advice. Firearms require safe handling, proper training, and compliance with all federal, state, and local laws. Always verify current regulations before buying, owning, or carrying a firearm.
Rank 5, Chinese SKS Type 56, the mud-proof semi-auto that hits harder and costs less. The Chinese Type 56 SKS is the rifle that refuses to die, and that stubbornness is its entire argument. Semi-automatic, chambered in 7.62 by 39 millimeters, 10-round fixed magazine, folding spike bayonet, and a gas piston system built to keep running through mud, sand, and neglect. The 7.62 by 39 cartridge delivers meaningfully more energy downrange than the AR-15's 5.56. Punching through cover, the smaller round starts losing arguments with. The piston system eliminates the direct impingement fouling that sends AR-15ES to the cleaning bench mid-session, and there's no detachable magazine to fumble under stress. Load with a stripper clip and keep going. Even at today's prices, you're picking up a battle-tested, historically significant semi-auto for roughly half the cost of an entry-level AR. And if you ever run dry, that spike bayonet turns this rifle into something your AR-15 has no answer for. Rank 4, Finnish Mosin-Nagant M39, the Mosin perfected, sub-MOA accuracy at surplus prices. The Finnish M39 Mosin-Nagant is not a budget rifle that happens to shoot well, it's a precision instrument that happens to be affordable. Finland rebuilt the standard Mosin action from the ground up. Barrels sourced from Sako, Tikka, or Valmet, 2-stage triggers that break like glass, and stocks cut from Arctic birch, selected for sub-zero stability. The result is a bolt action capable of sub-MOA accuracy, chambered in 7.62 by 54R, the heavyweight cousin of .30-06. The M39 reaches distances where the AR-15's 5.56 is already losing velocity and effectiveness, with tangent sights graduated to 1,000 meters. During the Winter War, Simo Heiha used an earlier Mosin variant with iron sights alone to record over 500 confirmed kills in a single winter campaign. Documented military record, not folklore. Most people hear Mosin-Nagant and picture a cheap Russian beater. The M39 is that same rifle with every weakness addressed, at a price that makes the AR comparison almost unfair. Rank 3, Swedish Mauser M96, the best kept secret in the surplus world. The Swedish Mauser M96 is the best kept secret in the surplus world, a rifle so precise it quietly embarrasses flashier, more expensive guns. Sweden built it in the 1890s to a craftsmanship standard most modern production simply cannot replicate, meticulously maintained throughout its service life by the Swedish military. The 6.5 by 55 millimeter Swedish cartridge is the centerpiece, low recoil, a flat trajectory, and enough downrange energy to handle anything from small game to moose. The M96 was designed for precise fire at 600 yards, a distance where the AR-15's 5.56 is already working at the edge of its envelope, and a skilled shooter with iron sights can push it meaningfully past 1,000. Your 16-inch AR-15 starts losing the accuracy fight around 800 yards. A 29-inch Swedish Mauser was built for exactly that range and beyond. The bolt moves on what feels like oiled glass. For a few $100s, you get a century-old platform that out-accurizes most budget ARs with craftsmanship modern rifles at twice the price, can't match. Rank 2, M1 Garand, CMP. Patton called it the greatest battle implement ever devised. General George S. Patton called the M1 Garand the greatest battle implement ever devised, an assessment made after watching this rifle perform through North Africa, Italy, France, and the Pacific in mud, snow, saltwater, and jungle humidity. It's a semi-automatic, gas-operated 8-round .30-06 battle rifle carrying over twice the muzzle energy of a 5.56 cartridge, roughly 2,600 foot-pounds versus 1,200, a freight train versus a sports car. The Garand punches through cover that stops an AR-15 cold, and its gas piston system skips the carbon fouling issues that drive AR owners to the cleaning bench after every session. At 9.5 pounds, it soaks up recoil and stays on target for fast, accurate follow-ups. American GIs were hitting man-sized targets past 500 yards with iron sights alone, in combat, in every weather condition imaginable. Through the civilian marksmanship program, you can still buy an authentic, graded M1 Garand today for roughly the cost of a mid-range AR, and that iconic metallic ping when the end-block clip ejects after the 8th round, that's the sound of a rifle with absolutely nothing left to prove. Rank 1, Spanish FR-8 Carbine, the bolt action that wanted to be an assault rifle and made a convincing case. The Spanish FR-8 is the rifle that doesn't know what it's supposed to be, and that identity crisis produced something genuinely unique. In the 1950s, Spain's military was transitioning from Mauser bolt actions to NATO semi-autos and needed a bridge for reserve and police units. Their answer: take the battle-proven Mauser 98 action, fit it with a 7.62 by 51 NATO barrel, an aperture rear sight, a flash hider, and a bayonet mount styled after their incoming Set-Me rifle. Shooters call it a bolt-action assault rifle, and that description is more accurate than it has any right to be. The 7.62 by 51 NATO cartridge is the critical advantage, what essentially .308 Winchester in military spec, punching through cover that stops a 5.56 round cold in a package about the same length and weight as a 16-inch AR-15 carbine. Same footprint, dramatically more power. The Mauser 98 action at its heart is one of the strongest, most reliable bolt designs ever produced. No gas system to foul, no feed ramps to polish. Load 5 rounds with a stripper clip, and it runs every time without a cleaning session between range trips. The FR-8 served Spain's Guardia Civil into the 1970s and beyond, pulled from storage after years on a rack, handed to an officer, and expected to function without preparation. It did, reliably, every time. A bolt-action firing full-power .308 in an AR-sized package, built on the most reliable action ever put into a service rifle, priced far below what it actually delivers. The FR-8 is old tech, hanging with the new, and winning. 5 budget surplus rifles that each bring something to the table a modern AR-15 can't match on its own terms. The Chinese Type 56 SKS, mud-proof, piston-driven, and hitting harder at roughly half the price of a new AR. The Finnish M39 up ours, the Mosin perfected sub-MOA accuracy at distances where 5.56 has already given up. The Swedish M96, the best kept secret in surplus shooting, outshooting most budget ARs at range with craftsmanship modern production can't replicate. The M1 Garand, twice the muzzle energy, a combat-proven piston system, and a record that speaks for itself across 2 world wars, and the Spanish FR-8 at number 1 Enon, a bolt-action assault rifle firing full-power .308 in an AR-sized carbine, backed by the most reliable action ever built into a service rifle, priced far below what it actually delivers. Old school doesn't mean outclassed. Sometimes Grandpa's rifle school's the new kids. Would you trust any of these surplus legends over your AR-15 in a real situation? Drop your answer in the comments below with the reason. And if we missed a surplus rifle that deserves to be on this list, call it out. We read everyone. Hit like and subscribe so you never miss a video.